And I'm just sitting here, back here, reminiscing on when I was growing up, and I kind of live by a wooded area, so we spent a lot of time in the woods, man. And I remember just going in the woods, and there was like little streams in the woods, where water was flowing, and I can remember going in there with jars and just catching the tadpoles as they were, swimming around, little tadpoles in the streams. I can remember catching crayfish, catching frogs. I can remember things like that, man. It was just so much fun growing up. I can remember, us taking buckets into the woods, and I grew up. There wasn't any poisonous snakes, so we had garter snakes, and I remember just taking buckets full of, buckets and catching buckets full of garter snakes. I'm talking, 30 to 40 snakes in a bucket. We would just like go in the woods, and there would be like maybe something like a big piece of wood, and you turn it over and there'd be like snakes under there. And most of them were pretty small, but then we did find some big garter snakes. Just reminiscing on that, and how we would just spend a lot of time in the woods, just climbing trees, and building a tree house in the woods, exploring the woods. We thought we were little explorers. It was just so much fun growing up in that, doing that type of thing back in the day. All the stuff that we used to bring home, and our mother's like, "Get that stuff out of here." I just remember it. It was so much. It was so much fun growing up, and catching, like I said, just reminiscing on when we used to catch the tadpoles, the snakes, the frogs, the crayfish, and all types of different things. That we would try to catch: woodchucks, rabbits. We never caught a bird, but we would definitely try to chase and catch it. So just reminiscing on some of the things that we used to do growing up in my time. I'd be interested to hear what you guys used to do when you were growing up. What are some things you did if you spent time in the woods, or in your neighborhood? That was what we did when we were in the woods, but we did a lot of stuff right around the neighborhood too. So a lot of things, group neighborhood games, stuff like that. This is like in the time before video games, and like when I was kind of like a teenager, the video games started to come out. So we weren't quite hooked on that stuff yet. We still had our fun outside, playing outside. So I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say. Post it in the comments.